Hi and welcome to vSAN in 3 minutes. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the Ruby vSphere console, or RVC. It's basically a Linux CLI for vSphere and vSAN and uses the bindings to the vSphere API. RVC can be used for a lot of common tasks and automating operations across your vSAN cluster. It's simple to use and comes bundled with the vSphere vCenter appliance and also the Windows version of vCenter. Here I've just quickly SSH'd into my vCenter appliance. I'm logging in by typing RVC and authenticating to Ruby vSphere console here to localhost. Into my local administrator localhost password. What I'm doing here is I'm actually showing that there are a number of other namespaces other than just the vSAN namespace that you can utilize as well as part of these bindings, which is really helpful. But if I type help vSAN, you'll see that there's many commands in the vSAN namespace which can be really useful for configuration and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to CD down through the path here just to show you how to get to areas that you might need to go to. We're going to go into the host configuration here. We can see I'm going into the cluster hosts. And I can see here that I've got 3 hosts in my cluster currently. And I'm going to enter one of the favorite commands that I typically use is vSAN host info. And what that'll print for me is a bunch of information around the drives, the UUIDs and other network info for that particular host. I can also do this for the disks, and in fact this is a very useful command to determine some of the information. The disks here, wrong command. What I can see there is a printout of a lot of information, whether it's SSD or a magnetic disk, and other details that are turned on as well. vSAN disk stats is also a very useful command. This will give you some a lot of stats for that particular disks in that particular host as well. That's another useful command you might want to leverage. Importantly, you can also run some of these commands at a cluster level as well. So vSAN cluster info is also a particularly nice command that I like to use quite often. That'll give you a lot of information for every single host in the cluster, so you can see that at a cluster level at any given time. vSAN check state is one used very frequently to check the health of a cluster to verify that there are no objects out of sync. The vSAN health plugin has since brought some of that into the UI as well. And there are a number of other really useful ones, things like the ability to configure proactive rebalance, wipe information off disks, check the limits across a cluster, reassign policies to objects and things like that through RVC as well. Incredibly powerful, super to use. I really encourage you to spend some time with it, learn what you can do, and generally speaking, have fun. With that, that concludes our simple demo. But for more on RVC and virtual SAN in general, I'd encourage you to spend some time and visit the following links. Thanks very much for watching.